Welcome back to Fantasy Fights. This time we're going to take a look at Wladimir Klitschko. Just how good was he? 64-5 record, 81-inch reach, 6'6", 250. He was the linear heavyweight champion, and you can see all the different belts he had. He also won the Olympic gold medal in 1996. As always, before we get going, please hit the like button and subscribe. And we're going to take an in-depth look at Mr. Wladimir Klitschko's career. Now let's take a look at Vladimir's incredible career. Ross Purdy, he lost 11th round knockout to in 1998. He rebounded from that and became one of the top contenders in the world. And then in 2003, Corey Sanders knocked him out in the second round. And then in 2004, Lamont Brewster knocked him out in the fifth round. And we'll talk more about those losses, but I just wanted to point those out to you. Outside of that, he had a very impressive record, as you can see. 2 victories over Chris Bird. Every fighter listed here was ranked by Ring Magazine, or I didn't put them on here. And you can see the impressive list of opponents. And then in 2015, at the age of 39, he was defeated by Tyson Fury. In 2017, he was defeated by Anthony Joshua. I think it's important we take a full look at the impact of Wladimir Klitschko compared to other fighters throughout his history. And he stands alone pretty much as the longest period of going undefeated against top-flight competition. Larry Holmes went 12 years, 6 months undefeated, but several of those fighters were in his early years and they were not ranked. Wladimir Klitschko went 11 years, 7 months against top-flight competition and was undefeated. Now, Jim Jeffries went 14 years, 9 months, but 6 of those years he was in retirement. Joe Louis went 14 years, 3 months, but 4 of those years he was in military service. Muhammad Ali went 10 years, 6 months, but 3 of those years, 3.5 of those years, he was in exile as far as boxing. He was not allowed to box anywhere. And then Tyson Fury went 10 years even, and he was out of the ring for 2.5 years because of personal issues. So Wladimir pretty much stands alone there as the only person that fought contenders straight through without any break. Very impressive record. Another thing I wanted to point out to you, from 2004 to 2014, the top ranked fighters by Ring Magazine are listed there. The fighters that are listed in gold or yellow, he faced and beat. Vitaly Klitschko was his brother. You can see he was a top-rated fighter in 4 straight years, 4 out of 5 years. He wasn't going to fight his brother. So during that period of time, he fought all the top contenders possible. He didn't avoid anybody. It's pretty impressive record. Now let's take a look at Klitschko in action in 1998, the very start of his career. This is against Ross Purdy. And you can see he's well in control of the fight early, as normal. And then Purdy gets him late and knocks him out. Once again, it looks like he almost passes out from exhaustion as much as anything else. I don't know about the diabetic situation at this time. Here he is against Corey Sanders in 2003. He was a top contender in the world. Sanders knocks him out in the second round. So tremendous upset. I remember the evening that I watched this fight. Here he is against Lamont Brewster. And he's well in control. Matter of fact, he put Brewster down early, and it looks like he's about ready to pass out. Remember, this is when he almost went into a diabetic coma. Here he is after he comes in with Emmanuel Stewart as his new trainer, and here he is against Samuel Peter, the top heavyweight in the world. Peter puts him down twice in the fight. And he supposedly has everything resolved. He not only wins this fight, but almost comes back and knocks Peter out late. Here you can see him shake Samuel Peter in the last round, the 12th round, right? right there. And you can see Peter almost goes down. Klitschko won a unanimous decision. Here he is against Chris Bird. The second time they fought, the belt's at stake. Klitschko keeps accumulating belts as he goes through, and he puts Bird down. Bird has no chance. Here he is against the top contender, Puvlev. You can see Puvlev is undefeated, and he knocks him out with a left hook. Now let's take a look at Vladimir's strengths and weaknesses. He used his size to his advantage. He had a dominating jab. He's a very good defensive fighter, and at times could be overpowering. And, of course, his weakness will always be a questionable chin. He did go down a few times during his career. How good was Wladimir? Let's look at the positives and the negatives as we see him. He dominated the heavyweight division like few people in boxing history. Went 11 years without a loss. Really did not come close to losing during that stretch. He was a class act, very respectful. He faced every top contender during that period of time. And he was strategic and intelligent in his techniques of fighting. The negatives, prior to Emanuel Stewart taking over after the Corey Sanders fight, he was considered to have a weak chin, mainly because of the Corey Sanders fight and poor stamina. And we'll talk more about that poor stamina, what it was all about. Another criticism was he fought robotic at times, and he was just not entertaining. Continuing to look at Wladimir, he was 39 years old when he lost the title at Tyson Fury. Most fighters have long since retired at that age. Incredible. And Klitschko holds the all-time record for longest time spent as a world heavyweight champion at 4,382 days. And most fighters beaten for the world heavyweight championship at 23. Klitschko's net worth today is estimated to be $90 million. In his two losses to Corey Sanders and Lamont Brewster, Klitschko had medical issues. He was almost inches away from a diabetic coma in his fight against Brewster, being rushed to the hospital. That's why if you ever watch that video of the fight, he passed out. The blows didn't do it. He just was exhausted. After the loss to Corey Sanders, Wladimir came under the direction of Emanuel Stewart, and he's going to change everything for him. He had trained Lennox Lewis and Tommy Hearns, one of the best trainers in boxing history. Vladimir's cut man was fired after the Brewster fight, Joe Souza. During the fight, Souza was using Vaseline not only on Vladimir's face but on his body, which had never been done before, which anybody that knows about the body perspiring, that's the worst thing you can possibly do. Because the body's not going to be able to sweat. In 2012, Emanuel Stewart died, his trainer. He had reinvented Wladimir. Wladimir was a different fighter after he took control and taught him techniques that he'd taught Lennox Lewis. And Stewart felt like Wladimir was one of the most talented fighters he ever worked with. Klitschko's dominance was really killing the interest in the heavyweight division, especially in the United States. During his 11 years, he really didn't have that many threats. Well, what do you think? How good was Wladimir Klitschko? Please let me know in your comments. Please hit the like button and share, and please subscribe. Have a good day.